Hey, it's your girl Jess. You've just entered a safe space for kingdom entrepreneurs and creatives to decompress, have fun, and yeah, you've guessed it, a safe place to just ask. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe and download the podcast. Follow me on all platforms at the Jessica S. Smith and invite a friend. Also, make sure you DM me your feedback and questions so we can keep the conversation going. Now let's get into this week's episode.
My red hair is popping. My red hair is cool. All the girls be jocking and they see me after school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all, you didn't like that song?
I thought it was cute.
In my red hair, it's popping. It's popping. It's popping. It ain't stopping.
I'm so tickled. That's original.
Off the rip. Off the dome, baby.
Okay, then.
Y'all have made it to another week of Just Ask the Podcast, where we create a safe space for kingdom entrepreneurs and creatives to have fun, decompress, and guess what?
Just ask.
Hello. Let's get into it, you guys. Desiree, how you doing, baby girl?
I am fantastic.
Are you fantastic?
I am fantastic. And that's a real answer.
You know what? I'm happy for you.
That's real.
You deserve to be fantastic.
I am real fantastic.
You know, I just heard something. I ain't gonna act like I ain't. I know y'all saw me look if you watching on YouTube.
You did.
I looked. I heard something. You know, you can't let black folks hear too many sounds.
Listen.
Because I'm more.
The ears went up.
And she. I hear something.
Okay, then.
But anyway, yeah, no sudden movement. No sudden movement. No sudden. Be still. Be still. Everybody be still. Everybody be still. Be still. You know, one thing I do love about black people, like we gonna if we scared of something, we gonna be in fear together.
Listen.
Okay. If something going down, we gonna be in sync. We're not leaving.
Listen, you ain't even gotta know what's going on.
Listen.
You see somebody take off running.
Okay.
Ain't no questions asked.
It's
we
no
gonna ask later. Man, why we running?
No, why are we asking questions? There's no questions to be asked. Just get up. If a more start, hey baby girl, what you hear? She be tripping sometime, but we over here in these streets.
Listen.
Okay, y'all. I'm excited about this episode. Like I'm excited about this episode because it gives me another opportunity to be, share something about myself.
Yeah.
That I've been this has been on my mind.
What we talking about today, Jessica?
You know, it's holiday season.
It is.
It's a producer that got the little voice over like this. Holiday season.
It is.
I think so.
Oh.
Maybe his name is Holiday Season.
Oh,
I don't know. But don't quote me on
Okay.
it. Don't quote me.
Okay.
It's on some ratchet songs.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a holiday. Yeah.
So maybe his name or not. Maybe
It
not.
might be his name, but everybody got their little tagline or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. He's like Mike Will made it, but his name is actually Mike Will, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what? That's not my lane. So I don't even know why I'm attempting to talk about it right now. But yeah, we in holiday season, and so let me start off with this Desiree. What are you planning for the holidays? What are you planning? Like, I know Thanksgiving just passed. What about Christmas?
I am, not like anti-holiday-ish at all. Some people put their tree up on November the 1st.
Yeah.
That's never been me. My story or nothing like that. I just love I just like the spirit of the holidays. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to waking up on Christmas and just being in the bed.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I thought I was weird.
Yeah, no, like I'm gonna go home. I went home Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
to hang out with my mom and my grandmama Nim. Ate good, you know what I'm saying? And I traveled home for Thanksgiving because on Christmas I just want to be at home. I don't have family here locally, so it's me traveling somewhere. And I don't want to have to do that.
Okay, Desiree, when I tell you, we purpose partners for real.
I don't want to have to do that.
Okay, so tell me your reason. Because I'm ready for mine.
That I want to travel?
Yeah, like what makes you just want to, instead of doing the traditional things or what we see other people do. Because both of us are single
Yes.
right now.
Right now.
What? That's right now, honey. Both of us single right now.
Just in this moment.
In the moment.
Okay.
Right now. Okay? It's going to change.
It is.
Anyway, what makes you, because for me, let me say this. I feel pressure at times.
Yeah.
And I just more recently got into a state where I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
care.
I've had a lot of single holiday seasons, right?
Mm.
And I feel like sometimes I don't have children, a lot of times, families, parents, they make Christmas big for their kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I can remember I can remember my mom, like Christmas like was a big deal because it was like, and she let me know that them gifts was mine. They came from her. Okay, it wasn't no Santa Claus for real.
Who is that?
My mama.
Who is Rudolph? Who is Santa?
Oh, okay then.
Who is old Saint Nick?
My hard-earned money bought these presents for you, okay? But it was just I just remember like waking up as a kid because my mom was real creative. The one Christmas I remember for real is that she made me a Barbie doll house out of cardboard boxes. Like,
oh my God.
She stacked them, so it was like a 2-story situation. She had laid the inside out with like carpet and like towel pieces, and she had like bought like Barbie doll furniture and stuff like that. And I for some reason I just remember waking up and seeing that because she was just so creative. I know both of my parents are creative in different ways, but I remember that feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't have that feeling. Cause I mean, like, it's not like I'm trying to make Christmas for anybody, right? And so like it's almost kind of like sometimes if you're not booed up or in a family, it'd be like you just got to figure this thing out by yourself.
Exactly.
So I am grateful that I've made really good friends up here that reach out to, even like for Thanksgiving. One of my friends reached out and asked me if I was gonna be here because she was inviting me over for her and her family and stuff like that. And so for me, the holidays is cool. It's not like a bitter space. I'm grateful to be in a season or in a space where I can just do what I want to.
Listen,
I can do what I want to. I don't have to like ask, hey, you want to go here? We doing this, do that. Like, no, I'm gonna go home and see my people for Thanksgiving. Typically every year, this is kind of I travel for one holiday, and then the other holiday I just want to kind of just sit and be.
So that's beautiful. I'm just now entering that space, like, of being okay with like not having plans for the holidays, not having to be with my family. If I love my family that much, I'll see you outside the holidays.
Yeah.
Right. And so now I will say the one tradition that I have have had during the holiday is being with my dad's side of the family for New Year's Eve. That's not happening this year.
Yeah.
Because we made some adjustments to the family business.
Ooh.
And we made our one thing is we gather together during some point during that year. And so my grandmother had 8 kids. And so everybody has a time where they're responsible for hosting. So whenever we made it to where whenever you want to host, you let us know.
Yeah.
And during that time, we'll come together and we'll fellowship.
Yeah.
That's the motto. It used to be, traditionally, it has been New Year's. So we could bring in the New Year together. But we more recently just made that change, and baby, we turned up for Labor Day. Okay. So I don't even know what I'm doing for New Year. But I'm not even stressed out about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first year I have not been stressed out about it. I used to be, like you said earlier, like, also caught up because
it's the pressure. Like, that's what just came back. You talked about pressure.
It's the pressure.
Like, oh, you got to have somebody or do something. You got to be. You're supposed to operate in a certain type of space because that's what culture and society say. But you can create your own story.
But the thing is, like, even watching these Christmas holiday movies and all that stuff like that, it's all centered around family.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't have like blood family to go to be with.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm in a different city than my family. All right. And then even for Thanksgiving, most of my family went to Disney World. Well, I had to go work my 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't go to Disney World. I didn't get to go to Disney World. You know, I'm not mad about it. Of course, I would love to be with my family, but I I have responsibility. My
Yeah.
family's not paying my bills. I am, okay?
You're adulting.
I'm adulting. This is adulting.
Okay.
Adulting. And so even in the past, like in the past few years, it's just been me and my mom.
Yeah.
And like we'll figure out we're gonna cook. One day, one Thanksgiving, we did a seafood boil or whatever. She cooked the seafood or whatnot. But I did this year. I cook for myself. Like I'm trying to be prepared for my man.
Come on, prepare.
Yes. I'm trying to prepare for my man.
Ew. Did you fix him a plate too?
Like a invisible person plate.
Yeah, like say make room. That's literally like what.
Oh no,
I've really heard people say that they'll fix the.
See, that's not my
Like,
calling.
okay.
That's not what the Lord had told me to do.
Dear.
I'm just, when
Or like you go in your closet and you make you leave a little room in there for
so
the.
no,
Oh, okay.
I'm not even. I'm
That's
not
just
that.
what people
I'm
do.
not her.
I'm just.
I'm not
I just
people.
thought, okay.
I'm not her.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not finna do that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a whole nother. I don't have.
They're
If you
prophetic
do
acts,
that,
right? That's what they call it.
that's a prophetic act for somebody else.
Right. I just was,
That ain't
That's
my
fine.
prophetic. My prophetic act is actually cooking because your girl.
Let's start there first.
Let's start with cooking first, and then we'll fix the plate.
Okay.
For the plate to be fixed, it got to be something on the stove. Okay. So that's what I did. That's what I did.
Yes.
Okay. But now even, just thinking about it, like not even just like for my man, you know what I'm saying? My man. I can't wait to say that. I'm having a toe t-shirt. But just even thinking about my past with my my childhood.
Yep.
You can relate. Well, your parents weren't married, right? But my parents were. And so when they experienced when I experienced divorce with them, there was some shifting that happened, and the agreement made was different holidays. Like my mom would switch out I think they would switch out Thanksgiving and Christmas, but my dad's side of the family had that tradition who would always be New Year's. So New Year's was, thank you, Holy Spirit. I never thought about this. I loved New Year's because it was the most consistent holiday that I had. I knew what I was doing. Like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it was no question about it. So I had something to look forward to, right? Yeah, I had something to look forward to the holidays, but because the experience of my parents divorcing kind of robbed me of having your traditional Thanksgiving, your traditional Christmas. Yeah, they gathered us with gifts, but I didn't know. One year I was waking up in my dad's house, and the other year I was waking up at my mom's house for Christmas, and vice versa.
Yeah.
When it was time for Thanksgiving, which Thanksgiving has not been the same since my Mimo passed. Like it has not been the same since my Mimo passed. Like I used to love going to Mississippi for Thanksgiving. Okay, that was my favorite, and when she passed, it just changed. It just shifted. I don't know if we ever bounced back as a family on that side, just traditionally with doing something, And so I got to look forward to certain things, but when those things pass over and they're gone, like what do I have to look forward to?
Yeah. And
then it made matters worse when, I won't say matters worse, but that might not be the correct phrase to use. But when my sister got married,
the dynamics started to shift.
Oh, they even shifted even the more.
Yeah.
Because now they traditionally go to his side of the family for Thanksgiving, or and then of course she got 3 kids.
Yeah.
So now she has a family to do these holidays with.
Yeah.
And I don't say I look like Boo Boo the Fool, but that's how I felt. I'm not gonna look like Boo Boo. Everybody's like, "What's she doing? What's she doing?" I don't know, because everybody else is doing stuff with their family. Like, I've never said this out loud. Watching my dad and my bonus mom go to her people's place. You know what I'm saying? I don't be careful with my words here. It made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
It made me feel some type of way.
You feel left out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then looking at my little brother actually having structure for play, like he knows what being with his family looks like with both parents on either holiday. He don't have to question it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to question it. And y'all, I might sound mad. I'm not mad. I promise y'all I'm not mad. But just looking at my little brother's life compared to my life.
At that age.
Baby, he is 8 years old.
Okay. Wow.
The same age that I was experiencing a divorce with my parents. So I'm looking at my 31-year-old self versus his 8-year-old self. Getting the experience, I'm not mad or jealous. I love my little brother. I'm happy that he gets to experience the love and the laughter. I'm glad it's different for him.
Yeah.
However, I never thought that this would be something like this. My grown self would have to figure and maneuver this out. Nobody, when we talk about divorce and we talk about separation and we talk about structuring with kids, like I think there should be a conversation that's had with me and adolescent. Like I wish my adolescent self would have been able to be talked to and say, hey, when you get older, I know it might seem a little off or whatever because, you'll have all these choices. And I feel pressured. Like I really feel pressured. Like, what should I do with my dad? What should I do with my mom? Is my mom going to do anything?
Yeah.
Right? Is my mom going to be available? Or is my dad going to be with his in-laws? You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say that I don't like them or whatever. And it's nothing like that. Cause my in-law, there's a specific cousin that's really fond of me on my mother, bonus mom side. But it's just not that relationship. Like I don't have that type of relationship with them.
Yeah.
They're lovely people. I love them. They are lovely people. I just don't have that type of relationship to be going up and say, hey, y'all, I'm finna get a piece of chicken and just lay that because I want to chill. Like I want to be able to be me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've not developed that level of relationship just to be free and be me. You know what I'm saying? I would have to keep a level of guard up because I don't have that relationship. And so just when people, just experience being the result, like a 31, being having the experience of my parents not being married, kind of made it challenging for decisions like that. Yeah. Because no one ever taught me how to make that decision and be okay with, for one, being with myself. I don't want to say by myself, but with myself for those significant days of the year. Yeah. And then it's like, girl, you wait on somebody else to give you a gift, or you might be waiting on somebody else to say, invite you there. And that's another thing. Like, if I'm not invited, I'm not coming. That's why I love Stacy. Mm-hmm. That was like, I know I'm skipping around, but I'm not skipping around, but it's flowing. Stacy, shout out to you, Stacy. I love her family. Like, anytime I go around her family, especially her granddaddy, that's Bay right there. I love him. They, oh my goodness. They family, talk about love. Yeah. Baby, love. Okay. I experienced one of the best Christmases last year with her family. And I can't even explain what they do. So basically, they find out even if you're bringing somebody extra, everybody literally got left with something. Oh, wow. I didn't even know I was getting anything. Wow. And I sat there and cried like a baby. Like, it wasn't even about the gift. It was like I was thought about, yeah. Like somebody considered me that day. And not to say because my auntie and uncle, they invited me for Thanksgiving, but it just didn't logistically make sense. Like, I don't want to always have to come. Like, I don't want to always have to go to people. Like you said, I be tired of traveling. I travel all year. Mm-hmm. This is my one day off, and it's on a Thursday. It's on a Thursday. Okay? On a Thursday. And then you got to consider, you know what I'm saying? You got so much to consider now. I might have a little bit more wiggle room with Christmas and New Year's, but still, it's on a Monday this year, both of them. And the next day, I got to go to work. Yep. And that's it. Like, yeah, hallelujah, holiday season. Until I'm a full-time entrepreneur, I can't turn up like that. I don't have the flexibility like that no more. I still work for somebody's job. Yep. I still work for somebody's job. So I just had to, like, this year, more recently, be okay with making that decision. Yeah. Like, and I've never had so much peace about that. Like, okay, if I'm around for Christmas, like, I'm probably gonna be with Stacey for Christmas because I enjoy myself so much. Mm-hmm. Probably so.
It's a good time.
It was a blessed time.
And that's the beautiful thing. You can make that choice.
Yes.
You can make that choice based on how you feel and what you want, not necessarily predicated on it. Because sometimes I think we make decisions. I get to speak for myself because I dealt with people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the decisions that I made were based on what I thought other people wanted, or I was considering their feelings.
so
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Oh, I'm gonna go because I don't want her. I don't want them to feel like I don't like them or nothing like that.
And
so
you
I'm gonna
be
go
worn
X, Y,
out.
Z.
Let me say, I said worn out.
Won't.
We just worn out. That's how worn out. You be
out.
wore out. Like, you the one who got to pay for that gas. You the one who got to drive by yourself. You the one who have to make,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And
And then they like, did you make it?
About a good 2.5 hours. About 2.5 hours.
Like, and I appreciate, like, even Apostle Howard last year, they invited me to Thanksgiving, and I was just like, now I do regret not going there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just
I
never
almost
know.
just cried.
Yeah.
I do regret not going to the house for Thanksgiving that year. And I will just, so people won't think this is just like an awkward pause. Okay, so last year was Pastor Mills, who is the wife of Apostle Howell. I talked to y'all about multiple times, my spiritual father. And she's the reason why she cultivated that relationship with all of us and learned that I was in the city that I was in, pretty much by myself or whatever. Didn't really have family in necessarily that city. And they just started loving on me, and we cooking. Apostle Howell makes the best Kool-Aid and lentils, okay? Those are the two requests I have for him.
That's
so
a
if
meal.
you hear this, Apostle Howell. Best Kool-Aid and lentils. And so I do regret not making that move. I do. And regret is a strong word for me. So for me to use that word, because I believe it's like, I don't think I should regret anything. No, I regret that. And so after that, it kind of went downhill. But that day, she actually cooked. She cooked, I think, from my understanding. And so, but I do have people that, I get to be around and communicate with and talk to. But then, like, I think like you said earlier, like, I think it's important to learn how to enjoy yourself while you can. Because that, like, when we get to the point of being married, whatever, we got to figure all that stuff out. And I'm a profess that I'm gonna love my in-laws and stuff like that. But I see folks that like don't even like their in-laws, like people close to me. I don't like being around my in-laws. I don't like doing this around my in-laws. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
What are you discussing right now? Oh, fast forward. Let me tell y'all something. The woman of God greeted me with Christmas trees. So Desiree beat all y'all. Desiree beat all y'all. She beat all y'all. She said, Jessica, I got something for you. I said, you lying.
I said, no, for real.
And that's so crazy because it's just like, I feel like I'm so simple to please. I'm so simple to please. Super simple to please. And she had 2. Not 1, but 2 Christmas trees.
I was excited. I walked in the store and I saw the box. I didn't see. I wasn't gonna do you dirty. I know you just came out for 10 days. I was like, I ain't finna give her this box, but I'm gonna give her 2. We gonna ease in this thing because we still got some time to go. But I saw it, and this is what made me think about. Initially, I was saying I'm not affectionate, right? And it's not that I'm not affectionate. I'm just not that touchy-feely person. But I love people, right? So when I walked in and I saw that box of Christmas trees, I said, Jessica! I said, I'm going to get these for her. And I was just like, I was so excited. When you got here, I said, I'm going to take them out the box because I'm not finna get her this box because it was 5 in the box. I ain't finna do you like that. So I was like, I'm going to give her 2 because I ate one on the way.
They are addicting, y'all.
I'm going to give her 2. And I was just like, oh, man, I just can't wait to see her face. And she hugged me.
Oh, man. Yeah, that really made my day. So thank you. So I know that was random, y'all, but I want y'all to know that she beat y'all to it. So go ahead and send me my Debbie cake
Christmas trees,
okay? So I can go ahead and put them in the freezer.
Yes.
Black folk put everything
in the freezer. everything.
Some stuff probably don't even supposed to go in the freezer.
You put it in the freezer.
Like,
And then you just let it sit out and thaw out.
but I just learned that the dressing is better when you. I know this is so random, but dressing is better when it's the bread come out the freezer or something like that. Yeah, first time making dressing, and I didn't know that was the thing that made the difference.
I ain't never. My grandma cook. Even at 80, she finna be 88.
That's a blessing.
She finna be 88 in December. This month. We'll be in. She gonna be on December the 9th. My grandma finna be 88 and can still go in the kitchen and throw it down. And I grew up around my grandparents a lot. And so I really shouldn't have no excuse on not being able to bake, because during the holidays, like, she was baking for other people. So it was easy for her to bake, 25, 30 cakes, 15, 20 pies, and have dressing orders and all these things. So I was in there, holding the mix and stuff, and I couldn't even, dressing is not something that I have a desire to make on my own. I'm gonna utilize my mom and my grandma while they still here. While they still, the matter of fact, I had said, Granny, I'm coming for Thanksgiving. Can I bring me some dressing back? And she said yes, and so I brought some dressing.
Let me tell you something. I make a mean macaroni and cheese.
Come on.
It's mean. It's mean.
Real mean.
It's mean. It's mean. Okay. I will go toe to toe with you on some. Nah.
So that in that situation when you go to the family function and they ask who made the macaroni, they be like, Jessica. They be like,
it's straight.
I'm gonna get over it.
Yeah.
They'll know.
They'll know. My dad make great macaroni and cheese. I come from that lineage.
Okay.
But the one person I will not go to toe with on some macaroni and cheese is that DeAndre Ward. My friend DeAndre Ward. He's a private chef, and it's not because he's a private chef, because a lot of people call themselves something, and they're not that.
Listen. It's a whole nother.
Listen, it ain't no shade. I'm just saying. He can actually prepare a meal, and he does a really good job. That joker, I still want him to teach me how to make his macaroni and cheese. So DeAndre, I'm calling you out. You still have yet to teach your girl how to make the macaroni and cheese the way you bake it, because he doesn't put egg in his. I know, like a little bougie little joker. Like, had my first meal from him was like it was lamb chops, macaroni and cheese, and something else. It was something green, but baby, everything, the whole plate was gone. Okay, and he makes this. My mouth is getting watery.
Will it back in.
Listen, hold on. Let me. So he makes this honey chicken. My God, my mouth is watering. He makes this honey chicken. Oh my gosh, it's like none other. If you've ever had a plate from DeAndre Ward, okay, baby, you done been blessed. Okay, that was. I wouldn't even plan on pubbing you, dog. But hey, this your pub. This your pub. Like, my mouth is watering right now. I'm gonna have to get a plate. I'm gonna have to get a plate sooner than later. But yes, girl, like I really think that this is my advice to parents that are separated. Like, they share a child but don't share a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Co-parenting.
Whoever's that's a good, that's the word. I think that you should definitely prepare your child mentally for when they are able to make the decisions about their whereabouts. What do I mean? I leaned on my parents so much that when it was time to make a decision to do something, just in life in general, but especially around the holidays, because it's a lot of pressure. Like, you see everybody else having something to do and having a schedule, and it makes them feel like insignificant. Like, it can make a child feel insignificant or not good enough, or like confused, like not a part of something. Yeah. And then certain wounds can come up or whatever. So it's just healthy. I don't know. I think the Lord will guide you through that conversation. This is just a suggestion from a 31-year-old woman that experienced divorce as an 88-year-old. Like, my 8-year-old self is like, or my 18-year-old self is like, I wish my parents would have had a conversation with me. Just something simple as, hey, have you figured out what you want to do? Why don't you go on a trip? You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have encouraged me, just, you can go on a trip. You don't have to be with family. You can do something, like, enjoy yourself. Like, I know we don't necessarily have a tradition. It's okay to make your own tradition. And that's something my mom had with me, like, a few years ago. Like, we started doing just, like, who has seafood on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
We did. Like, and it was just two of us. Yep. Okay. It was just like, well, you have to make your own traditions. My mom is beautiful. Yeah. My mom is beautiful. But I wish I would have had that conversation a little bit earlier, because I really experienced some mentally and internal anguish and frustration unnecessarily, because I wasn't groomed to know that I had the freedom to,
make your own decisions.
Make my own decisions. Yeah, like real. Everything's centered around the parents so much in a divorce sometimes. Oh, I'm going somewhere. Sometimes things are so centered around what the parents' needs versus the child's needs when you're going through the process of divorce, and even after the divorce. Like, it's about, they need to be with me. Or I used to hear that I can hear that now. Yeah. Like, my parents said that at one point, both of them, both of y'all said it. Okay. Oh, they need to be me, or they with me right now, or da-da-da. Now, I feel like they did have a healthy co-parenting relationship, and even to this day, if something's going on with me, they agree about their children. That's one thing they have the same values, the same understanding, the same expectations. It just didn't work between them. Yeah. And so I think sometimes it got a little personal, because what they felt like the other parents should have been doing wasn't done. Yeah. At times. And so we were brought in the middle of that. And so it was like we felt like we had to pick and choose. So now we're going and we're picking and we're feeling like we're having to pick and choose. Oh, now I got to pick and choose as an adult. Oh, if I go with my daddy this time, then my mom going to be mad. And if I go, they might not have set it up like that or even said it. But because you never gave me the freedom or told me it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like trying to please everybody. Yeah. I remember, and I'm going to let you go. You good. I remember me graduating from college. Mm-hmm. Okay. I graduated in Tuscaloosa. My dad and them wanted to go to Birmingham, because we wanted to go out the outskirts, because Tuscaloosa was gonna be packed or whatever. So graduated in Tuscaloosa. I felt like my graduation was not about me, not necessarily the celebration afterwards, right? I felt more so about pleasing my folks. So literally, I had two different celebrations. One celebration with my dad's side of the family at Golden Corral. I had to leave there that night to go to my mom and then Bonnie's father house, where they had a whole different celebration for me.
Instead of everybody just kind of
everybody could have just came together. Everybody. And that was probably one of the most stressful things I experienced. And I still remember, like, I was so upset to the point where I recently said, y'all gonna have to get it together, because one day I gotta get married. I'm having one wedding. Just one. And not to say they was beefing with each other or whatever, but they didn't think well of me enough, or think about, hey, just let's just make it one situation.
Let me put my stuff aside just for
if we didn't want folks in the house, we could come together and chip in and do a little celebration. We didn't do none of that. Mm-hmm. We didn't do any of that. And I didn't even think it was an option. But I was so in, like, okay, I gotta please this. Everybody wants to accept me. And then I wanted to celebrate myself, so I drove back to Tuscaloosa that night. That was so stressful. Wow. I vividly I won't say vividly, but I accurately remember my feeling of being stressed out trying to please my parents for my celebration. Now, I'm not mad at them. Like, I'm just telling y'all my experience. This is not no shot at my dad or my mom. I love them. They turn up with the best of them, and they going to turn up on my wedding. Like, they going to be fine. But I remember that vividly. And I keep saying vividly. What vividly mean?
Like, it's like right here, like like them lights.
Okay,
red,
so
you
that's
can
the right
like,
word.
yeah,
That's
like,
the right word.
You're so funny. Like it's vivid. It's like
It's-
very tangible, right?
Yeah, it's right in my face.
Mhm.
Oh, and then the thing is, from Hoover to Odenville at the time was like a 4. Yeah, yeah. I wish y'all could see her face. From Hoover to Odenville,
Jesus.
and then Odenville to Tuscaloosa.
Okay then.
So stop playing with me.
Yeah.
That stressed me out.
That's a lot, yes.
It was a lot. So,
Wow.
woman, God, you got the floor. I just.
I don't know. I think it's interesting you said that because I was kind of unknowingly kind of doing that with my friends, girls. Like I would ask them questions and then I would wait for their answer. So I'd be like, did y'all pick out, I think it was one day, maybe she was coming in late or something. So I said, hey, did y'all go pick out your clothes for tomorrow? And they said, well, my mom hasn't picked my clothes out. I said, it's okay. You can go pick out what you want. We'll just have your mom to look at it, right? So they picked it out and I said, you sure that's what you want to wear? And they was like, I was like, it looks great to me. We're going to lay it onto the side and allow your mama to, approve it, X, Y, and Z. So I've been very intentional in that space. And I didn't realize, I knew I was doing it one reason intentionally, mainly because I wanted them to be comfortable with their voices, right? So they'll do this, they're 10, so they'll do like this kind of whiny kind of thing, and I'm like, hey, listen, I can't understand what you're saying. You have to speak up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But also just giving them space to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? And encouraging them that that's a good choice, a good decision versus like, why would you say that? I'm having flashbacks. Why would you do that? And da-da-da-da, just encouraging, their decision making, because those early years is what really shapes us as we get into our adulthood. Because if you're always relying on other people to lead you in decisions, when you get to grown people status, that's what you're going to be relying on. You're not going to be confident enough in your own decision making. So, just as we kind of start wrapping this conversation up, I think that's really what it is about. It's okay to make a decision about the holidays for yourself. You can make it for yourself, and you don't have to. I mean, not saying that you negate everybody's, not saying that you just ruthless about it, but it's okay to make the decision that you want to make for yourself and stand on that.
And stand on it, because it's okay. They'll be all right.
Oh, you don't want to come there? No,
don't feel guilty, because
this Christmas
my thing is this: if you want me there that bad, or you want to see me that bad,
you come see me.
The house work the same. My doorknob turn the same way as your doorknob.
In the same gas, I can put my car in the
it's
same
the
gas.
Same gas. And that's what Stacy granddaddy say. He said the phone work both ways. Both of them. Okay, the same way I dial the number, it's the same way you dial the number and pick up the phone. Okay. All right.
So it's okay.
It is okay.
It is okay to make your own decision.
I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. No longer bound. Baby, because them were some chains. Yeah. It was parent pressure.
Yeah. That's real though.
Parent pressure.
That is real. I realized this year, walking through the season I walked in, that a lot of the decisions that I made in life, and it's the crazy thing, like it wasn't even like my parents was like, oh, you need to do this. I just wanted to please them. Yeah. So the decisions that I was making predicated on what I felt like they thought I wanted.
And that's a healthy conversation to have. Like, what do you think I want, or what do you think I expect? Yeah. Like, freedom kids. Yeah. Freedom kids. Okay. And free yourself. So I think this was a healthy conversation to have. Good. So let us know what y'all doing for the holidays.
Y'all inviting us over for a plate or something?
Listen, because I'll take a plate. Oh, yeah. I'll take a plate from it need to be good. I don't know how else to say that. Don't send me some of these TikTok people that think they know how to cook. No, I'm not taking their plate. And I will bless the Lord and all my soul and all this within me, and keep it to myself. I will warm me up a microwavable dinner before I eat everybody's food. I'm not going to do it, but bless God.
Bless him.
All right, you guys, we thank you so much for tuning in to this week's session episode. Let us know in the comments what you're doing for the holidays and what you thought about this episode. Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you. We appreciate the donations and the gifts that you have been giving on the link below that's added to this episode. And you know what, you guys, until next week, life could be much more simple if you
You
just
just
ask.
ask.
We'll see you later.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for listening to Just Ask. If you enjoyed this experience, be sure to like, comment, and rate so others can find the show. If you'd like to stay connected with me, feel free to follow me at The Jessica S. Smith on all platforms. Again, I'm your girl, Jess. Until next time.